Folks, it is obvious, it is clear to me, it is clear to anyone that watched the last 3 minutes of this basketball game, the Toronto Raptors versus the Washington Wizards, and if you are one of those fans that watched that, you are truly a sicko. A Saturday night, you're watching this horrific sort of game that's going on by two of the league's worst teams here now at this point, the Raptors, who are on a 10-game losing streak. It's obvious to me that regardless of if they're purposely tanking or not, I don't think this team coached by Darko, Masai at the helm, the players trying to earn their stripes, earn their spots, are actively trying to lose the games, not trying to play well. However, when things get tight, when things get close, and you have that opportunity to snatch defeat straight out of the hands of victory, the Raptors are going all out on that tank in 2024. And I know people are saying in the comment section, and I am of the belief of this too. Don't get me wrong. I'm of the belief that this team is trying. They traded away their two vets, star players, Pascal and OG Anunoby. They traded away them, and then an incomplete roster. They've dealt with a bunch of injuries and players away from the team. This team is cooked, right? But down the stretch of this game, there's no hiding it here now at this point. There's no argument against it. I don't even have to speak on this. I wouldn't have to if people watched the close of this game. But the Toronto Raptors sold that. Whoever's on Team Tank, they're watching that game and they're looking at Kelly Olynyk.
Someone cooked here.
Make a point, top of the key, pass to the corner, chucking it straight into the 10th row of that Washington Wizards arena. They're watching that and they're saying, I'm breaking out. Someone cooked here, boys. Because the Raptors, they sold this game. They were up pretty well. They had this game in pretty good control. And tanking fans, I'm rooting for this team to lose now at this point. I'm rooting for amazing games from our players. Younger guys stepping up, but we want these losses. The season's a lost cause here now at this point. We want that draft pick. So I'm on that team sort of root against the Raptors here now. Yeah, how can you not be at least? But holy smokes. The close of this game was shocking. Kelly Olynyk, the point to the corner pass out to the way. That was bananas. Possession after Gary Trent Jr., who put up a lot of points in this game. Definitely it wasn't the most efficient night, but we'll still give credit to Gary Trent Jr. whenever he puts in 31 points. But, 10 of 26 shooting and 1 of 7 from the three-point line. But he came in, and for the buckets he was getting, and he had some stuff in the mid-range, he had some stuff around the court in this game, but Gary Trent Jr. really struggles finishing around the basket. Now, it's a bit egregious, and I don't want to extrapolate him. He came in for a dunk down the stretch of this game and just absolutely thrunked it straight off the front of the rim. But those are in back-to-back possessions, in crucial moments of this game. Grady Dick, who had a good game tonight as well. Grady Dick, who I made a video on earlier, praising him for bouncing back, and he's been good in the past couple games. Had an early hot start in this game as well, but completely airballed a three. This is all within the last 3 minutes. The Wizards are going on a run. They had a couple airballs themselves. These are two elite, peak of their prime, all talent at tanking. Two of these teams are right at it right now. And the Raptors just outdid them. They just outdid them, folks. Again, I got to make this graphic for losses here now at this point. The celebratory sort of L's that are going on, because it's not a win streak. And we're on a 10-game L streak right now for this Raptors group. And again, it's just, we've accepted it here now at this point. The loss is piling up. I'm of the belief we could catch the Blazers. I'm praying Delano Banton steps up. Scoot has a close to the season. That's a rookie of the year caliber. But if they win 3 games to close out this year, the Blazers do, and we continue on this stretch, continue on this just L after L after L after L, we're getting that top 5 pick. Or we're in the top 5 odds to get our draft pick. That's just what's going to happen. We're passing the Grizzlies, who thankfully won last night. But I think it's doable, guys. I think it's doable to catch the Portland Trail Blazers. This loss to the Wizards solidified my confidence in this team losing every game for the rest of the season. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe that won't be the case. But the masterclass at the end of this one, with chucked passes into the 10th row, thrunks out the front of the rim, airballed shots left, right, and center. I mean, what can we take away from this game other than this team is optimized, with all the injuries, with all the players out of the lineup, we're optimized for that tank. But there were some positives. Again, I'm out here. I'm still rooting for my old Toronto Raptors. Kelly Olynyk didn't have 7 turnovers in this game, so that's a positive. But one crazy one at the end. Had 14, 10, 2 steals, or 14, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. Filling up the stat sheet as always. Gary already addressed him. Jamias Ramsey with the start, only 18 minutes. Played some solid defense. It was a +9 for this game. I'm surprised they didn't play him more, just given his impact on the defensive end. But 8 points, 4 rebounds. Interesting that he got the start on this team as well. So that's that's interesting stuff there. But Garrett Temple, 3 points. Good stuff. 1 of 2 from the field. Bruce Brown, Bruce Brown. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, getting those stats up, so we can potentially trade him at this year's NBA draft. But Jordan Nwora, again, 16 minutes, 7 points, 3 assists, continues to be a little bit of a bucket for the Toronto Raptors off the bench, who doesn't get a lot of run. JFL, 1 of 5 from the field, 4 points. Mahamadou Gueye, a guy I'm rooting for, and people will say I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Every pronunciation I see of it is Mahamadou Gueye, so I could be wrong, but I'm just leaning with that. But poor fella, man. 2 points. Had that really, really rough game the other night where he was getting some opportunity, getting some run. I'm praying he just has a couple really solid NBA games, so stays in the league, keeps getting his money, keeps getting that paycheck. So that's my hope for Mahamadou Gueye. But I don't know what analysis you want from Raptors team who's rebuilding and without 5 of their best players. The Washington Wizards, who are the league's worst team, who are now in 2-game win streak. Maybe we catch the Wizards at this point, in terms of the tank. If they play us twice, they're getting a couple wins. But if we don't get this draft pick, because there's a lot of risks in losing games like this. And again, I'm sure this wasn't Masai Ujiri's plan, wasn't his sort of approach following the trade deadline with everything that was said, with everything that went on. But you run the risk of instilling a losing culture in this group. Like a really bad one. And if it's all for nothing, if it's all for the Spurs to get that 7th overall pick, I'm just going to fly out to Adam Silver. We all know the Spurs, the lottery luck that they tend to get. If Adam Silver gives the Spurs the 7th pick in this year's draft, steals it from us, I'm boycotting the NBA. I'm going to use my platform. Use all of Digest media. I'll get the Knicks in there. Knicks Digest, Celtics, Sixers. I'll get Heat Digest, Lakers Digest. Thunder Digest is loading up soon. Warriors Digest is loading up soon. We're boycotting the NBA. This is what's going to happen. I don't know, folks. I've had some rants following these games. I don't know why I'm watching this. It's my job now, so I guess I have to, but it's rough. It's rough. Anyways, I'm signing out. Cheers.